Bismillah. My brothers and sisters, in general, in humankind, the children of Adam, the sons and daughters of Adam, the first creation, are you happy? Because after all, everybody's pursuing happiness, everybody's chasing after happiness, and everybody thinks certain things will make them happy. Some think their happiness is lustful things. If they fulfill it, they become happy. Some through drug, alcohol, clapping. Some through making money, winning the lottery maybe. Some think their happiness is if it's sunny day out there, people smile anyway. If it's sunny, if it's a grayish, dark day, no happiness. Some think if I marry a handsome man. Some say if I marry a beautiful woman. All these things, everybody bases their happiness on something. That's individual. And collectively, society also is after happiness. Governments, wars, people are fighting, bombing other lands in pursuit of happiness, because they want their society to be secure so that they have happiness. Now, everybody is pursuing happiness, running after happiness. And yet, you find people are not happy, especially in the Western world alone. Almost 50% of the population, they take some sort of drug. I would say, antidepressants, drug, tablets, whatever you call it, in order to keep them going. That's really a big number. So people are not happy, and some, they think if they get away from their problems by drinking, going out weekends, just trying to forget everything during the week, because if they don't drink and they don't do all these things, they would think about their problems and then they'll get depressed. But they're running away from their problems, not facing them, and trying to get happiness in this way. But in reality, even if you gain the things that you're pursuing and you think that would make you happy, we see in life so many rich people, those who thought fame will make them happiness. Most of the famous people are the ones who are committing suicide. Most of famous people, so-called celebrities, you hear so and so overdosed, they killed themselves, so and so jumped off a cliff, so and so did this, so and so did that. You hear this a lot, and these are the people who we were told they are the role models. We have to follow their footsteps, the successful people. So, and some, when they thought their happiness is based on their children, having children, or having, a beautiful wife, as I said, or husband, that does not make anyone happy. Because once you get what you are after, then the question comes, what is after? What is after? Because I wanted this and I got it, but now it becomes boring anymore. It's not like before. It was not like when I was chasing after it. Now that I have it, it's not as tasty as it was. So therefore, happiness is not about material. Happiness is not about material. You see, the owner of this universe, the one who set the rules of universe, the creator of mankind and jinn, and everything in this universe, he has set a law That law is happiness should be obeying him. Now you achieve happiness and peace and tranquility when you obey his laws. It is not when you achieve materials, as we human being things, as we think. So therefore, if you really want to feel happy, you must obey the one who created you. God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, he has said in the Quran, فَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا يَضِلُّ وَلَا يَشْقَى. Whoever follows my guidance, فَلَا يَضِلُّ, he will never be misguided. You will never be misguided. Can you imagine? Misguided in all matters, all the affairs of your life. Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone who can guarantee you you will not be misguided in all your affairs of life? No consultant can do that. There is always a room of failure. No one can give you 100% assurance apart from the one who created you. After all, he knows what is good and bad for you. After all, he knows what you need. He knows what is harmful to you and what is not harmful to you. And do you really think the one who created you, the one who sustains your heart, your kidneys, your liver, the one who gave you the oxygen, the day and the night, does really want to harm you or would lead you to something that would harm you? It's impossible. In fact, he does not want any harm for you. Therefore, he has made illegal the things that harms mankind. And those things we think the one who make us happy. Drugs, fornication, drinking, all these things that we think they make us happy. Even man will testify to that. If you ask any doctor, will testify to that. Drugs are bad for you. Alcohol is harmful to you. Smoking is harmful to you. Even man is testifying to that. Therefore, the one who created you, he knows what will make you happy, and he has set the laws. You cannot change about it. You can bang your head on the wall and say no, happiness is this way. But in reality, you're telling yourself lies. Stop telling yourself lies. Stop lying to yourself. Face the reality. Happiness is when you obey him. Amazing. He said, فَلَا يَضِلُّ, he will not be misguided, whoever follows my guidance. وَلَا يَشْقَى, and he will not be deprived. Deprived from the rewards. Deprived in this world and hereafter. You will not be deprived. Again, who can assure you about that? No one can give you assurance when it comes to depriving, when it comes to guidance. No one can assure you what is success. Therefore, he has the success. The key to success, the key to happiness is what? To obey him. فَلَا يَضِلُّ وَلَا يَشْقَى. But if you deny, if you say no, you banged your head on the wall and you say, you know what, I do as I wish. These are the things that make me happy. Okay, fair enough. You chose the way. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي, and whoever turns away from my obedience. Listen to this. Because whoever follows his obedience, he will gain happiness. Whoever turns away from his obedience, what will happen to him? He will have a miserable life. Misery. Now, misery, and you all know what misery like, guys. People are depressed out there. Wallahi, it is not something that you enjoy. You know that. That's why people running away from misery, just drinking their life to death, just to feel some sort of happiness. Yeah, people drinking. People are just in a loud music, and thousands of people all shaking their bodies, and you know what? You don't even know what happened that night when you come out. You don't know who abused you if you were a woman. You don't know who raped you on the way. You don't know all these things. Happiness, well, happiness is a misery. And misery that follows after they call it the hang up, or after drinking. I don't know what you call it. There was a term, but anyway, I don't drink. I've never drunk. Thanks God for that. Therefore, people feel so down and low and terrible afterwards of drinking, after drink. No happiness, believe me. It was short while lived happiness, and it's not even happiness, because the person does not even know what has happened to him. How can someone be happy when he didn't even know what has taken place in that night? He can't even remember. Subhanallah, memory loss for hours of his life. That's sad. That's not happiness. Therefore, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. And whoever turns away from my obedience, he will have miserable life. وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. And last day, the judgment day, he will come out blind. Imagine coming out blind, raised from your grave blind, and you can't see. And by the way, the sirat, the path that we're gonna go over, and that goes over the hellfire, the bridge that goes over the hellfire, is as thin as sword, and as sharp as sword as well. So you have to be so fast, and there must be too much lighting for you to walk over that. It's not easy. And it's not fantasy, it's not something that we're talking about. That's what Almighty is telling us. Therefore, what have you prepared for that day? You could say, what, I'll do as I wish. Really, if you're not happy to follow the rules that He has set, just leave His universe, leave His land, leave His earth, leave His oxygen. Don't utilize the night, don't utilize the day, don't utilize the water, don't utilize the things that He has given. If you are so ungrateful and arrogant, find your own way of life. If you can't, just be obedient then. Come down and be obedient and live your life according to His will. And believe me, all He wants you to have is happiness. So if you really want to be happy, you can play your games, you can waste your time on many other things in life. You will never ever find security, peace of mind and happiness without following the obedience of your Creator and the Creator of the heavens and the earth. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه